And welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Brant Fowler, and I'm ready to talk to you about only good comics. This time, we're going to talk about Big Game issue number 3. I've talked about this book on this channel before. There are only 2 issues left after this one. Issue 4 comes out in a couple of weeks. So this is by Mark Millar with art by Pepe Larraz. If you are a fan of any of the Miller World characters, from Kick-Ass and Hit Girl to Superior and Nemesis, and the more recent like Magic Order, Nightclub, Huck, and the Ambassadors, Chrononauts, any of them and all of them are in this book, and it's a crazy crossover. The premise is Nemesis is approached by Wesley Gibson from Wanted, and they are trying to reestablish villain dominance throughout the world. They had gotten, like in Wanted, if you remember the plot of that, they had gotten rid of all of the heroes. There were no heroes left, and only the villains were there, and they ran things. And now that heroes are starting to crop up again, this whole organization was like, nah, we can't have that. So they're gathering all the villains together again to take out all the heroes again. And last time that I talked about this book, I kind of talked about, I really hope Huck shows up. They mentioned him in last issue, I think it was. And in this issue, we started off with Huck just kind of leaping through Antarctica, trying to take a polar bear back to its home, just doing a nice thing. And poor Huck, this is in the second page of the book, so it's not that big of a spoiler, gets nuked. They literally drop a nuclear bomb on the dude. They are taking all the heroes out. They've already pretty much killed everybody except for a handful of heroes. And in this issue, we get to see the resurfacing after so many years of Dave putting back on the uniform and jumping into action. And we know Hit Girl is still out there making moves and stuff, but we don't know like what's going to happen to her until the end of this issue, which I don't want to spoil in case you have not read this yet. But she is still around and kicking, and it seems we may have found a loophole in their whole plan and maybe a way to undo a lot of the harm that has been done in this. But we don't know if that's the direction it's going yet or not. But that seems that's what they're going to do. But I mean, this group of villains, they are brutal. I'm trying to find a page that doesn't have like a lot of gore and bloodshed, so I'm not like, getting in trouble on YouTube. But just like some really cool art in this book, lots of action, master plans going on everywhere, all kinds of players involved, explosions, fighting, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So if you love major crossovers and you like to see one that's contained, but that affects every single person in that universe, this is the book for you. Big Game, like I said, all these characters from all the Miller World books, all the Mark Millar indie comics that he's done, they're connected. Kingsman, Wanted, like I said, Ambassadors, Nightclub, Magic Order, all of those books are represented in this miniseries, and it's coming to a close. Just 2 more issues, and it's all over. And we'll see what happens and how things look going forward. I will mention the Magic Order do appear in this issue, and they're like, "Yeah, we didn't get involved the first time. We're not going to get involved this time." So they're still kicking. They're still around. They're not really good or bad. They're just there. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually do have to get involved. If they're like, I think it's like if they are brought into it, like they're personally, attacked or something like that, they can interfere, but they've made a conscious decision not to interfere unless it involves them directly, I think is the case. So Big Game, issue number 3, really good comic. Highly recommend this miniseries. I did not read a lot of these books. I read some of them. I'm reading Nightclub. I'm reading Nemesis. I read a little bit of Wanted back in the day, and I've read all of Kick-Ass. But I haven't read a lot of these characters. So you don't need to necessarily have read every single Mark Millar indie book out there. You just kind of have to have a loose knowledge of that they're interconnected, and if there's one of your favorites, they'll be in this book. You and even if you didn't, you get the premise right away. You can kind of understand it. You can kind of pick it up, and you may not get the importance of some of these characters if you've not read it, but I still think it, in a way, it is new reader friendly in that it's just a simple plot and it's all out action and taking out people and seeing who's left at the end. So, Big Game, issue number 3. Catch up on the series or wait for the trade and read it all in one shot. Whatever the case may be, check this book out. It is worth it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe notification bell so you don't miss any content going up on this channel. Follow me across social media at Only Good Comics, as it says there in the corner, and you can check out onlygoodcomics.com to take you right to this YouTube channel. And I would flash it up there, but I forgot where it was. There it is. There you go. All right. And yeah, so until next time, thanks for watching. Keep reading those comics and join me again as we talk about only good comics. Take care.